And good afternoon. We welcome you in. It's the Patrick Netherton Show. Back, baby! Yeah, Rogers Hampton hit our theme music for being back together again because we are reunited. And it feels so good. There it is. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Hambone and I reunited.
Hey, boy.
That's right. Hey, boy, indeed. What's up, everybody? How we doing? How's your mom and them? People feeling good? We're excited to be back. We're back live, rocking and rolling. It's been too long. I mean, not really. I'll be honest with you. During summer, I enjoy a little break in the action. Doesn't hurt my feelings. But we are here and hanging out and having a good time. Just excited to be back with you, everybody. Hope everyone has had a good what? Gosh, what were we off? 5 days, 6 days? I don't know. It's forever. I was updating everything online, and it was, it was like I think July 3rd was our last broadcast. So yeah, here we are 6 days later, July 9th, and we're at it again. But man, we're very excited. It is we're getting ever closer to the start of football season. We're getting ever closer to the release of the new NCAA football video game. That's, I believe, 10 days away, right? I think it's on the 19th. So yeah, we're getting close. Very excited about that. We got the Rookie of the Year stuff continues to, in the WNBA, continues to be a massive story. With just, I swear it's like I'm taking crazy pills. Like, I don't understand it. I don't get it. We'll get into that. David Fry is an all-star, ladies and gentlemen. How about that? Yeah, let's go. Our man David Fry is, yeah. I mean, what a story. Like, dude wasn't even sure if he was going to be on the team this year, if he was going to be in AAA, and he ends up being an all-star. Like, what an amazing story that David Fry is. We got to get him on the show. I texted him and congratulated him, and if you haven't seen the video, it was really neat of them telling everyone who was on the team, and obviously he made it, and it was such a big deal. It's just awesome, man. Really is. Just super cool. And he's such a good kid, and he's such a hard worker. It's one of those things where if he was a jerk, if he was just a jackass and, didn't treat people the right way, didn't do things the right way, and was, if it was one of those type of things, I would be concerned. But he is a high-quality human being. He's a great person, a very hard worker. He's earned what he's gotten. And so I am just thrilled beyond belief. And we're going to get him on the show, hopefully sometime around the All-Star break, which is coming up here, next week, I think? 16th, I believe. Is that right? Next week, I think, is the All-Star break. So, yeah, we'll get him on at some point here in the near future, and talk about the journey and becoming an All-Star. I actually was tipped off by unnamed sources. Unnamed sources tipped me off that he would be named an All-Star, and just couldn't be happier, man. What a great kid. What a great story. Northwestern State's own, former Southland Player of the Year, Southland Tournament MVP, and big leaguer, and now All-Star. And look, no matter what happens the rest of his career, he might hit 170 the rest of his life, but he will always be an All-Star. He can always say he will be an all-star, and that's pretty remarkable. As a matter of fact, former Northwestern State coach Bobby Barbier, who we may try to get on as well, now down at Southeastern Louisiana. Bobby was actually he's the one who recruited Fry and coached Fry and was, still very close. And Bobby was actually in Cleveland over this past couple of days when it was announced, and so that makes it even more awesome, having the coach there to also be a part of it. So just really cool, awesome stuff for David Fry and his family and friends and coaching staff. Cleveland got, I think, 5 guys on the All-Star team, and rightfully so. Got one of the best records in baseball. So why not? But that was really cool, and we'll get Fry on at some point. So we're scheduled to have Holly Rowe on Friday. That is the current plan. We don't have it locked down in stone, but the thought process is that she will be on Friday. The Independence Bowl kickoff dinner is Monday night. Monday night is the Indy Bowl kickoff dinner, and so it is. We will hopefully chat with Holly Rowe on Friday. She will be the guest speaker for the kickoff dinner, which again is a week from yesterday, next Monday the 15th. Yours truly will be the MC, and very much looking forward to that. It should be a heck of a lot of fun. So we got that going on. We've got again some other things that are cooking that I can't really talk about just yet. They haven't been announced, and once they do, then we'll talk about them a little bit. But yeah, we got a few other things cooking as well. And look, it's a busier July than I expected. That's for sure. I did not expect to have to be as busy as I am in July. The kickoff dinner is always a thing. I'm emceeing a couple of Little League baseball events. There's a couple of weekends where they're having Little League baseball World Series, whatever events. I'm emceeing their kind of welcome banquet, and so you got that going on, and then we're potentially looking at something else. And again, I can't really talk about it just yet. It hasn't been announced, but I'm at least excited about it. Should be a lot of fun. So with that backdrop, we are back and rocking and rolling, and happy to have you with us. And man, we're excited to kind of get through July, and then once we get into August, we are full bore on trying to get all of the coaches that we can get. Hopefully, we're going to get, as we always try to do, we try to get every Division I coach in the state of Louisiana on at every Division I football coach in the state of Louisiana. We try to have them on to preview their team, typically in the month of August. So that's the goal. That's what we're trying to get done, and hopefully we'll be able to get it done.
All right.
Thank you, Matthew. We're going to try. We're going to do our best, and hopefully we can make that happen. But otherwise, we're here for you. We're hanging out. We're excited. Love to hear from you. What you've been up to the last 5-6 days? Heck, what's been going on in the world of sports the last 5-6 days? The Caitlin Clark versus Angel Reese Rookie of the Year debate with just some wild freaking opinions from people that should know better, from quote unquote experts in the field, and again, I feel like I'm taking crazy pills when it comes time to talk about Caitlin Clark and what's going on in the WNBA. But we got some of that, and whatever else is on your mind, we're here for you, man. We're here to chat with you, talk to you, and let's see what's up. Okay. We also, if you're watching on any of our streaming platforms, you may notice that we've updated the graphics a little bit. I decided, you know what? We've got a sponsor for the phone line. Well, we need to put the phone line on the graphics. So you may notice right here below me, below my face on the graphic, or on the web stream, is the graphic for the Patrick Netherton Show. It's what we call a slate, and or a bottom third, if you will. And that graphic now shows the phone numbers for both the Bobby L. Green Plumbing text line and the Pearl Shreveport hotline. That's right. We are we've got both of them going on, and excited about that. Very excited to have added the Pearl to the phone line slate. So the Bobby L. Green Plumbing text line, the Pearl Shreveport hotline. We'll give you those numbers here in just a moment. Jimmy over on Facebook said the Spain-France Euro semis at 2 o'clock and Wimbledon are the only things that matter today. I'll be honest with you, I can't get into Wimbledon. My Wimbledon or my tennis fandom kind of ended with Federer and Djokovic and Nadal. Kind of all facing each other. You know, Federer's kind of out, Nadal's kind of out, Djokovic is still around. You know, on the women's side, I really stopped a while ago. I looked at the results from Wimbledon the other day. I was like, I know Coco Gauff because she's been in the news and she's an American. I was like, I don't know any of these other people. There were another American beat her, upset her. And had never heard Emma something or another. I think I'd never heard of her. Tennis is not my thing, and I have not kept up with the younger folks that are coming into the world of tennis. I don't know who any of these people are. So yeah, when Djokovic and Nadal and Federer were all kind of fighting each other, and were all sort of on top, you know, they kind of took turns besting each other at various tournaments. That's kind of when my tennis fandom stopped. That's kind of when it went away. So I don't know any of these guys anymore. And I certainly on the women's side I don't know who any of these people are. Again, Coco Gauff, I got you. The other ones, no idea. Just don't keep up that much. Tennis is not my thing. But you know, I respect that Wimbledon is one of the biggies, if not the big one. Wimbledon, to me, feels a lot like the Masters in golf. It feels like one of those tournaments that, even though, unlike the other tournaments in golf, which rotate, whereas the Masters is always at Augusta, the other three majors rotate. You know, in tennis, the other three majors don't rotate. The Aussie Open is always in the same spot. The U.S. Open is always in the same spot. The French is always at Roland Garros. So they don't rotate, so there's a little more stability. But at the same time, I definitely feel like Wimbledon and the Masters are kind of the biggies, right? It feels like if you're going to win one major, you want it to be the Masters. Like, that's the course you want to be able to conquer and say that you got to win. Now, if you're a European, you know, the old ditty, Rogers, if you're American when you go into the bathroom and you're American when you come out of the bathroom, what are you when you're in the bathroom? European. So, yeah, I feel like for the Euros, the British Open, or the Open Championship, if you will, is the tournament they really want to get most. But for Americans, no offense to the U.S. Open, but it feels, or the PGA, but it feels like the Masters is the major that most golfers want. If you're an American. Now again, if you're a Euro, I feel like you probably want the British more than anything else. So yeah, I'm not exactly. You know, Wimbledon feels like the big one, feels like the one that you want to win the most. But I am not here to say that I'm just a massive tennis fan, or even follow it that closely. Not anymore. As I've gotten older, I definitely I've sort of dropped a lot of ancillary things that I used to pay attention to. You know, the older I get, the more I concentrate on the things that I really like and enjoy, and I try to trim a lot of the other stuff that. And look, some of it's for work, right? You know, when you're on a national radio show, you kind of have to keep up with what's going on around the nation. When you are on a, you know, when you're having that kind of a thing, you definitely have to make sure that you are kind of understanding and keeping up with all of the goings on. But as things change, and now we're, you know, much more regional. Now it's, hey, let's keep up with LSU, let's keep up with Tech, let's keep up with Northwestern State, Grambling. In the professional ranks, let's see what Dallas is doing. Let's see what Houston is doing. Let's see what New Orleans is doing. That's kind of where you have to put your focus when your show moves to more of a regional type of thing, local regional, as opposed to national scope. Anyway, so I was talking about the graphic. Graphic is there and shows the new hotline. It's not the new hotline. The hotline's still the same, but having the Pearl be on the graphic now. So Patrick Netherton Show, 1130 The Tiger, 103.3 FM. 2 ways to get in touch with the show. Really more than that, as Jimmy just proved, as he sent in a message on the Facebook feed. But 2 main ways that we talk about is the phone line. No one calls the phone line anymore. We don't get phone calls. We just don't. The Pearl Shreveport hotline, that is how you find us via the phone. It is 318-RALLY-45, 318-725-5945.
Hello.
Hey, Coach O. You can also find us via the Bobby L. Green Plumbing text line. That's 318-657-0HAM, 318-657-0426. Also known as the Bobby L. Green Plumbing text line. I also want to mention, just while I'm looking at it, apologies if if we drop at some point, or if maybe the quality goes down at some point, or we get some stutters here or there. I think with the storms that rolled through, Comcast/Xfinity is doing a lot of work. And so the internet here at the house, which is normally very strong and very stable, has kind of been going up and down a little bit. So it actually went out for about 30 seconds earlier, about 20-30 minutes ago. So if we do drop or anything like that happens, please be patient with us, as we are dealing with a little bit of internet issues. Obviously, that is a very, very small, minute issue compared to what we saw yesterday with, I believe we've gotten to 72, I think was the last number I heard, 72 tornado warnings that were issued by the Shreveport Weather Service. The National Weather Service in Shreveport. They issued it was either 67 or 72. I think all told throughout the course of Hurricane Beryl, there were 120, 119, something like that. The official count, according to most of the services, is 67 that were issued yesterday by the National Weather Service in Shreveport. By the way, that is a record for a single day. And not only is it a record for a single day, it is a massive record for a single day. The Weather Nation did a graphic that was the most tornado warnings in a single day in July. And you had Davenport, Iowa in 1995 had 24. You had Lake Charles yesterday, by the way. Lake Charles also yesterday had 26. Corpus Christi in 2005 had 27. Birmingham, Alabama in 2005 had 32. And Shreveport yesterday had 67 tornado warnings. Now, we won't know for a little while just how many tornadoes were actually on the ground. And how many were just, radar indicated, or, rotation in the clouds kind of thing. Figuring out the tornadoes is a combination of, site surveys and internet, and checking social media and all that stuff to see if anyone has video or pictures of a funnel cloud, because until it touches down, it's not a tornado. It's simply a funnel cloud. It doesn't get to be an actual tornado until it touches the ground. So don't know if, what that will end up showing, but it was a scary day. Obviously, hope everyone came out of it okay. I believe so far I've only heard of one death, a tree hitting a mobile home, and killing a mother of two. So obviously just a horrific scenario there. But as always, the loss of life could have been a lot worse. So hopefully everyone is okay. Hope everyone kind of got out of it with as minimal damage as possible. It's definitely one of those deals where thanks to our weather folks, our Channel 12, Channel 3, Channel 6, all of them on the Patrick Dennis and Caroline Costora, who I typically watch because Patrick's a friend. We typically watch them for the tornado. I typically watch them. And they were on the air for 7 hours, I believe, straight. They started on Channel 3 and then they moved off of Channel 3 and they came back and they blew through the 5 o'clock news. They blew through the 5:30 national news. They blew through the 6 o'clock news. They were on top of it until everything kind of got out of the area. So, big thanks to Todd Warren and his crew, Josh Marcis, good folks over at Channel 6. I don't know the guys at Channel 12 that well, but all of them doing yeoman's work yesterday of kind of staying in there, tracking storms, looking at velocity radars, switching all over the place to try to find everything. And a big thanks to all of them for doing what they did and keeping us informed. Okay, so we told you about the phone line, the Pearl Shreveport hotline, 725-5945. Told you about the Bobby L. Green Plumbing text line, 657-0426. Also, 3 ways to watch the show via streaming. Again, this is how you watch the show. You can see the video, you see my headboard, you see my old beautiful face right here with the new webcam. I think it looks pretty sharp. You can find us via the Facebook page, the Twitter feed, and the YouTube channel. So how do you do that? Easiest way, honestly, is just to search for the Patrick Netherton Show on any of those sites. That's kind of, to me, the easiest way to make that happen. But if you would like to do it, just straight away, you can search for the Patrick Netherton Show, or on Facebook, you can go to facebook.com/Netherton Show. On the YouTube channel, you can go to youtube.com/@Netherton Show. And on Twitter, you can look up @Netherton Show. So those are your ways that you can get in touch with us and be a part. Streaming on all of those sites. You can also send us messages on all of those sites as well if you're watching. Feel free to send us a message. We will be more than happy to read them. SPR just sent a message on YouTube that just says LOL. I don't know what they're LOLing about, but there you go. Send us a message on any of those, Facebook, Twitter, or the YouTube channel, and we can respond to those as well. So feel free to do that, and we would love to have you. Obviously, you can text. Most people tend to text the show, and you can call. So a lot of ways. SPR says 23 minutes in, and you're still talking about how to reach and watch you. I'm watching go. Look, that's kind of what the first segment is, man. We outline the ways that you can reach us. First segment's always a little bit sort of scattershot, we kind of just rotate around whatever's on the mind. We kind of deal with a little bit of that. So find us in any of those spots. Text us or call us. We're also available on our other Twitter sites as well. There you go. @Netherton Show is where you find us, @HeyBoyRogers and @PT Netherton. Those are your 3 Twitter handles. And you can also reach us, if you like, via the app. That is a good way to tune in and listen. All you have to do is download the 1130 The Tiger app, search for it on Google Play or your iTunes App Store, and you can listen to us in crystal clear HD audio. We do appreciate it. SPR, thank you. You're upping my chat count considerably. I do appreciate that. All right, the man, the myth, the legend, everybody. Let's go. Rogers Hampton.
Hey, boy.
Hey, boy.
Hi, man.
Hello.
What's up, my dude?
I don't know.
Brother, it was a long time
Yes.
that we were off.
Yes, it was.
I mean, I got in here, I was like, wait, how do I do this show again? I like have to change things and switch things around, and I have to connect with Rogers. I couldn't it was rough, man. It was rough. It was a lot, but you know what? Look, again, if you're going to have time off, I'd always rather have time off in July. Because there's not as much going on in July. There's not as much stuff to talk about. So I'm not as upset about having a little time off in July. If this is September, October, then it can be a little bit more of an issue. But July, I'm not as concerned about. How are you, my friend?
I am hanging in, man.
You're hanging
Just
in?
Staying inside because it is hot outside.
Yeah, it's not as bad today, but next thing you know, it's going to be 100 degrees again tomorrow. So,
Oh, absolutely.
yeah, that's what we're looking forward to. Did you get up to anything while you were during your break, Hambo?
Not really, to be honest with you.
I know a little bit came into town for a little